Hi, because we will start now. Okay. Seems like she will not join.
Okay. Mm, I think
Hmm. So today we will discuss about what is ACL and OAM and how to grant the permission. Okay, in MQ. Okay.
okay.
So we will do a little bit of test as well, how to grant the permission to the application and how application is able to connect to the MQ after restricted authorities. Okay.
Okay.
So first is ACL. What is ACL? Okay. So it is
Mm.
termed as termed as X.
Have you shared your screen or what? Because I'm not able to see anything.
Oh, sorry.
Uh,
It will take some time. Huh?
okay. Now I can see.
You are able to see, right? Because
Yeah, yeah.
okay. So I was saying that ACL is termed as access control list. Okay. So what is the properties or what is the advantage of ACL? It is used to it is used to grant means it is used ACL basically basically discuss, or you can say that decide which application group or profile can access MQ object. Okay, so it basically take the decision means which application means means a respective application group or profile can access what means whether if the application, let's assume that if application is having only put
Mm-hmm.
authority, then it will only be able to put the messages on the queue. It will
Okay.
not able to
Mm.
browse browse or get means read the messages.
Mm.
Okay, so
Okay.
ACL, you can say that access control list, and it decides whether which application profile or group can can do what with the MQ object. If it has the put authority, then they will only able to put the message to the queue. And let's assume that application profile or group have all the authorities such as put, get and browse. Then in that case,
Mm-hmm.
they will able to perform all those three tasks. Okay.
Okay.
So this is the ACL. Okay. Access control list. So ACL data is stored in a queue. Okay, okay, and that queue is called system auth. That queue is called system auth data queue. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
whatever information or whatever information ACL is having, that is stored in system auth data queue, and
Mm-hmm.
the messages will be of persistence nature, means that the messages can withstand queue manager restart. Okay, so these messages are persistent messages and
Mm.
can hold or withstand queue manager restart. Okay, okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Next thing is OAM. Okay, OAM, that is called Object Authority Manager. OAM, called as Object Object Authority Manager.
Mm.
So it performs the same task that ACL perform, means it will only allow the authorized user. It will only allow the authorized application to connect to MQ objects, and the unauthorized will be blocked. Okay,
Okay.
and it refer ACL data to perform the task. Okay,
Okay.
it refer ACL data, Object Authority Manager refer ACL data to perform the task, and it has the similar functionality as ACL. CR is the default
Mm-hmm.
security provider. Based on ACL information, OAM makes sure that only authorized user or group can access MQ object. Okay, and
Okay.
this is OAM is installed by default. OAM is installed by default
Okay.
when you install MQ product. Okay, so
Okay.
you need not to install it explicitly. Explicitly, whatever the spelling is. OM,
Okay.
so you need not to install it explicitly. It is by default coming with the MQ product. Okay, and
Okay.
next thing is that how to grant the authorities, and how to how to grant the authorities on queue manager level and queue manager on queue level and queue manager level. Okay, so there is a set
Mm-hmm.
syntax for that, that is called set MQ AUT. Okay, if you want to provide any authority, you need to use this command, set MQ AUT. We have discussed it in
Okay.
brief. Okay, after that you
Mm-hmm.
need to give the queue manager name after M. Okay, M switch, you need to provide the queue manager name. Okay, after that, if see here, if you want to grant the authorities on Q, you will type Q as hyphen T, you will type Q. Or if you want to grant authority, if you want to grant authority to the queue manager, then in that case you need
Mm.
to use QMGR. Or
Okay.
in case you want to grant the authority on channel, then you need to use channel. Okay, so whatever
Okay.
the object type is, you need to provide in hyphen T switch. Okay,
Okay.
so if it is a queue, then in that case you need to provide queue. It can be any queue, local queue, remote queue, alias queue, it can be anything. Okay,
Okay.
if you are granting authority to queue manager, then you need to use the keyword QMGR. If you want to grant the authority to channel, then in that case you need to use the keyword channel. Okay,
Okay.
after that there is a hyphen N switch. Here you need to provide name of the object. Name of the object. Okay, name of the object. What could be the name of the object? Means if it is a queue, then here will come queue name. Okay, if it is a channel, then there will be the name of the channel name. One thing you need to
Okay.
remember here is your voice is clear, right?
Mm.
There is no any noises, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's fine.
Okay. If it is one thing that you need to remember is, if you are granting the authority to the queue manager, then in that case this field will be blank. Just give me 1 minute. Huh? I'm getting one call, important.
Okay. Sure.
Okay, get connected. Just give me 2 minutes because
Okay, okay, sure.
yeah, because are you able to hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so what I was saying, if you are granting the authority on the channel, then this switch will not come in the picture. Hyphen n switch will not come in the picture. Okay, I will let you know how to
Okay.
do it. Just remember it,
For
hyphen n
channel. Okay.
for queue
For
manager.
channel.
For queue manager.
Oh, okay, okay, okay,
For queue manager, it will not come in picture.
okay.
Okay. After that, you need to provide hyphen p is for profile. Means that you have a individual profile on which you grant that in which you want to grant the authorities, then in that case you use hyphen p. Okay, if you, let's
Hmm.
assume that if you want to grant the authorities on a group, okay, then in that case hyphen g will be used.
Okay.
Group, here the name of the group will be there. After that, what authority you want to grant, it will come with plus. Let's assume that you want to you are giving the authorities on queues, so and you want to grant the authorities to the application as put, then you add plus put. Okay, if you want that application should have the browse access, then that will be the plus browse. Okay, if
Okay.
you want that
Mm-hmm.
the application should have a get authority, then plus get. Okay,
Hmm.
if you want that
Okay.
the application should have all the authorities, then there is a
Mm-hmm.
command that is called mqm INQ, I think. MQ and INQ. So this authority will never provide, okay? This MQM dot INQ will never provide because this is the authority that is limited to MQ admin. As an admin, you should have all the authorities, but application should not have all the authorities, because if application will have all the authorities, then they are not aware of the MQ environment, right? So they can come
Mm-hmm.
and destruct the things and break the things, right? So in that case,
Okay.
we don't provide all the authorities to application. We only provide the authorities that the application require. Is it clear?
Okay. Okay. That application in sense means, like, I didn't get that. Application means what? Whom?
Application means what I can say. If someone who is putting the message to the queue.
Okay. Okay, like MQ client somewhat,
Yeah, yeah, same.
right?
Yeah, yeah. You can. We call them as an application. The one that
Okay.
connects to MQ infrastructure, we call them as application.
Okay.
So
Fine.
this is a standard
Okay.
term. Okay. So when I
Okay.
use it many times before, okay. So it may be. Is it clear now?
Yeah, yeah, it's clear.
Okay. So application is someone who is putting the message to the queue or getting the message from the queue.
Okay, got it.
Hmm. So we don't provide all the authorities to the application. We provide authorities based on the requirement. Let's assume that the application just want to the application task is to just put the message. So we will, in that case, we will just provide put authorities to them.
Okay.
If application has just the task to read the message from the queue, then in that case we will provide him get and browse authorities.
Okay.
Is it clear now?
Yeah.
Next thing is that this is the way how you grant the authorities. Grant means provide the authorities. If you want to revoke the authorities, right? If you may want to revoke the authorities, right?
Mhm.
Then in that case you use -p command, means minus p, so that authority will be revoked. If you use -browse, the browse authority will be revoked. If you use -get, then the get authority will be revoked. Revoked means you are
Okay.
taking back the authorities. You are not granting it, you are taking back. The authority that is already granted, you are taking back it. Let's assume that application should have a put authorities, but that application has all the authorities, that is put, get, browse. So two authorities are extra there, right? And you want to
Right.
take it back, then in that case how you will do it, you will use the set mq command, set mq aut command, but with minus get and minus browse. So get and browse authorities will be taken back.
Okay.
Clear?
Fine. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, this how you set the authorities. Another thing is how you will display the authorities. In case you want to see what authorities have been granted, right? You may be interested to know, right? So how you can check
Yes.
that? Yep. Is it okay?
Yeah, yes, yes.
Okay.
Carry on.
To command, the command to display the authority is dsp mq aut. It will remain same. There would not be any changes. Okay. Hyphen m queue manager name, hyphen t queue or queue manager name, channel. Till here everything will remain same. Hyphen g,
Okay.
everything will remain same. Okay. Best. Only thing is that here you will not add plus put plus browse or plus get, because you are just displaying the authorities, you are not granting it, right? Another command to check
Right.
the authority is dump mq aut. It will dump all the authorities that has been granted. Okay, so if you want to
Okay.
check how what all authorities is there, then in uh, you can use dspmq or you can use dump mq aut. Okay, so these two commands we use rigorously when we are granting and when we are revoking the authorities. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so this comes under object authorization. Okay, so we will done a little bit of test here. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
to understand how actually the things work. Okay, so I have already built the setup, but I will do it again. Okay, here is id. Here I have created one id that is called mars. Okay, if you took the history, see here I have created one id that is called mars here. Okay, and that id is a id, you can say that it is a id with which application will try to put the message to the queue. Okay,
Okay.
it is the id through which application will try to put the message to the queue. Okay,
Okay.
and that queue is amr1.lq. Let me rename the queue. Okay, see here I am on the queue manager amr1. I am going inside that. Let me define one queue here. Let's set it amr1.lq1. Okay, this queue mr1.lq. The queue has been created, right? Now, 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 if I try to put the message to this queue through mqs put command, I should not able to do it, right? Because I haven't provided any authority to this group, right? Through 2 marks, right? So I am getting what error? 2035. What is 2035? Let's see here. Okay, it will not run here. I need to go to mqrc 2035. It is not authorized. So the id through which I am trying to put the message is not authorized. Because of that, it is not able to connect to the queue manager. If it is first,
Mm-hmm.
what happen is like the ID will first connect to the queue manager, right? It will open the queue manager, right? And then, sorry, first it will connect the queue manager, then it will have the handler that is called hcon, right? And after that it will open the queue through handler that is called HOBG, and after opening the queue it will put the message to the queue, and after putting the message to the queue it will close it, and then it will disconnect from the queue manager, right? This 5 operation
Right.
happens, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now let's I am granting the authorities, okay, to the profile that is called marks. What is the command to do it? Okay, this is the command to do it, right? Set mqaut hyphen mq manager name, okay, and hyphen n is the local queue on which I want to grant, and hyphen t will be the queue. See here, I have used hyphen n before hyphen t, so this is not, you can say, a sequence. It is not like it should be run in the sequence that I have described you. You can use any sequence, okay.
Okay.
And after t after type of object, there would be my profile name, and let me have the authority here for the queue as put plus browse, okay. So
Hmm.
authorities has been granted. Now I want to check whether the authorities is okay or not, okay. So what the command to do it? dsp mq aut, right? Copy, paste. See here, put and browse authorities has been granted, okay. Now I will try to put the message to the queue. Ah, okay. I need to do one more. I need to show one more thing to you. Okay. Let me. Hello, how are you? See here, I have put two messages on the queue. Now it is allowing me to put the message to the queue because I have granted the put authorities, right?
Right.
So if I check on the queue, if I go inside the queue, this PMQ, run MQSE AMR1, this queue. Okay, okay, this QS. Sorry. See here, I have put two messages and two messages there, right? Okay, so it is fine now. I want to show one more thing that is not I was able to show. So let me start the another queue manager. AMQ auto strmqm am auto. Because are you there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm starting another queue manager, okay,
Mm-hmm.
amr2, and let me define one object here, amr2 define ql amr2 dot lq1. Okay, the queue has been defined now, right? amr2 dot lq1. See here, the queue has been created, right? Okay, and it. Now if I try to put the message here, it will throw me the error because the authorities is not granted.
Hmm.
It is throwing 2035 means not authorized, right? Let me grant the authority to the queue. Okay, let me grant the authorities put and put plus browse. Ah, set MQ AUT I need to use. Okay, if you check now the authorities, browse input authorities is there. Now if I try to put the message, then also it will throw 2035 error. It is throwing 2035. Now I have granted the authorities. Can you let me know why it is throwing the error?
Hmm.
I have granted the authorities. Then also it is throwing me 2035 error. Means not authorized. Why it is throwing the error? Any idea?
No, no, I don't have a. It should authorize that, no? That you
No, it will not authorize. I will let you know why. First, whenever you as an application, first what you do? First you connect to the queue manager, right? And then you open the queue and then you put the message, right? So
right.
if the ID does not authorize to connect the queue, it will able to put the message to the queue.
Hmm.
It will able to put the message. It will not be able to, right?
I will not even. Yes, yes.
So that's why it is giving the authority 2035 error, because when it is connecting to the queue manager, at that time only it is failing. Okay, so the further
Okay.
operation does not happen, right? And because of that is throw me 2035.
Okay.
Now it is clear. Now
Yeah, yeah.
let me grant the authorities for the queue manager as well. Okay. ah गलत किया मैंने थोड़ा. एक मिनट. Set MQ AUT hyphen M AMR2. Yes. Now the queue manager should be AMR2. Okay. Now if I try to browse it, not authorized. Okay. Now set MQ hyphen M AMR2 hyphen T will be QMGR, hyphen N will not be used here, hyphen P marsh. You need to provide the authority that is called connect, plus you can give set and set all. It is not required, I'm just giving it.
Okay.
Now if you check the authorities on the queue manager, hyphen T QMGR hyphen P marsh. Master applying authorities. You gave an authority special that is not valid. Set MQ hyphen M. Let 2 minutes. Huh? Okay, the authority is granted now. UT hyphen M AMR2 hyphen T QMGR hyphen P Marsh. Set and connect authority is there for the queue manager. If you check DSP MQAUT hyphen M queue manager name hyphen TQ hyphen N AMR2 dot LQ1 hyphen P marsh. Browser thought is there now. Now, if you try to put the message, you will able to put it. See here, it is now allowing me to put.
Okay.
Welcome, welcome to MQ security. So if you go inside the queue manager, run MKSEAMR2 disql disqs amr2.lq1. See here, you have to cardep 2 means two messages are there. Now I am able to I have provided the authorities, that is put and browse, right? I haven't provided the authorities, that is called get, right? So
Right.
if I try to get the message from the queue, it will throw me the error that I'm not authorized to do it, right?
Right.
See here, it is giving me 2035. I'm not authorized to get the message from the queue. I'm authorized to put and browse, but I'm not authorized to get the message. So whatever authority that you have granted to the application, they will able to do that task only. They will not able to do the thing, the authorities that you haven't granted. So that is the way we secure MQ infrastructure from the particular from the you can say the ID of the ID through which the application connects to MQ. If there is no any security level at the MQ, then in that case any application can able to get the message from the queue, able to put the message from the queue, and can temper the data, right? So that's why we use these two stuff, that is OAM, OAM and ACL, that is access control list and object authority manager, to manage the security at the MQ level. Okay, so this is the stuff we I want to discuss with you today. Okay, so it is done now. Okay, one thing is what is global permissions. Object permission we understand, right? The permission that we grant to the queues and queue manager is called object permission. Okay,
Okay.
global
Mm.
permission. What is global permission? I will get back to you. What is global permission? As per me, it is the permission that is granted to the queue manager, but I'm not sure. So, okay, so I will do some R&D about that and will let you know. Okay.
Okay.
Hmm. About the clustering stuff, about the clustering setup, okay, we will do it, but after means okay, after the clustering is we will do it for the between two queue manager, but I need to prepare the infrastructure for that. Okay, so we will do it. Okay, uh, from Monday onward we will jump into clustering, and it is important one. Okay, and it is the means favorite topic for any interviewer. Okay, so we will go through in detail about the clustering. Okay, and rest of the stuff
Okay.
is not that much, it is okay. Okay, DLQ handler we will discuss. Unix command I think you would be aware of, but we will go through that. Putty XL you would be aware, right? How to use Putty XL, WinSCP. Okay,
SSL is remaining, right? SSL also.
yeah, SSL we will discuss. Yes, we will discuss. I will build the infrastructure. Okay, but first I need to test it before it showing it to you, right? So I will
Right.
prepare the infrastructure, and we will have it. Okay, we will I will
Okay.
set the infrastructure, don't worry about that. Okay, and rest of the stuff we have covered it, right? Client installation is remaining, that we will have
Yeah.
it, don't worry. Okay, so
Okay.
we can have that one as well. I will try to have the client one, this four topics, and then we will jump into clustering. Okay. Okay, so that's
Okay.
it for now. You have any concern, Vikas?
No. No.
Okay, thank you. practice it, and then you will understand it completely. Okay, thanks for listening to
So
me.
yeah. So tomorrow we have a session, or maybe on Monday.
On Monday we will have the session. Tomorrow there is a holiday, and
Okay.
we will have the
Fine.
regular session from Monday onwards, and probably this week or the next week we will finish the courses. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thanks for listening to me. Bye.
Thanks.